Today we're going to figure out how to write the equation of a line through 2 points. This process is something that you're going to use whether you're trying to write the equation of a line that's parallel to something through a point or perpendicular to something through a point. So this process is a real important process. The example we're doing is on your worksheet. We're going to do the example that has 1, -19, -2, -7. And we need to write the equation of the line that actually goes through those 2 points. So the first thing we're going to do is step 1 is slope. Sometimes they'll give you the slope, sometimes you have to figure it out. In this case, I have to find the slope. So our equation, and it's also on your reference sheet, your equation is m, which is slope, equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, it doesn't matter which one you assign, x1, y1, x2, y2, just as long as you stick with that. So let's go ahead and call this x1 and this y1. And this will be our x2 and this will be our y2. Sometimes you've seen the equation, sometimes you see the equation as this y2 minus y1. Sometimes you'll see it as change in y over change in x. Or sometimes you've heard about it as rise over run, but those are all the same. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and subtract y2, which is -7, minus y1, which is -19, all over x2, which is -2, minus x1, which is 1. Now we need to simplify it. Minus a negative turns that into plus a positive, so we end up with 12 over -3. 12 divided by -3 is -4. So my slope is equal to -4. So that's the end of step 1. So I can kind of draw a box around that. That ends step 1. Step 2 is to find the y-intercept. So step 2, find b, which is our y-intercept. So we're going to start with that generic equation, y equals mx plus b, and then we're going to replace everything except for b. You're going to replace the y, the m, the x, and then you solve for the b. It doesn't matter which one of those that you choose, you're still going to get the same answer. So let's go ahead and go with our 1, -19. There's your x value, that's your y value, and we already know m. We found m earlier. M was -4. So now let's plug in all the pieces. Y, oh, wait a minute, our y is -19. So we're going to put a -19 in its spot. -19 equals m, which is -4, times x, which is 1, plus b. So -19 equals -4 plus b. Now we have to solve, so we're going to go ahead and add 4 to both sides. And we find out that b equals -15. So that's your y-intercept. That's the place where it's going to cross the y-axis. So our last step is to just write our equation. And I think maybe it'll fit in down here. Grant, can you make sure that we can see this in the screen? Step 3 is write your equation. We're going to go back to that y equals mx plus b. That's step 2. It's Champion saying hello to you. We have y equals mx plus b. This time we're going to replace these things. Now, that was step 2. This time we aren't going to replace our x and y. This time we're just going to replace our m and our b. Now, so we'll have y equals, well, m was -4, x, and then our b is -15. So we have -4x minus 15. And those 3 steps will give you your equation. That's all we got. Thanks a lot.